There's big profit sitting on the shelf down here. This is the backside of an antique, and I'm hoping that when I turn it over, we'll see the price and a work of art.
Hello everyone, it's Tiffany with Thrifting Vegas. I shop at thrift stores, estate sales, garage sales, and discount stores for items I can resell for profit on online platforms like eBay, Poshmark, and OfferUp.
We are here at Goodwill and Rainbow and Cheyenne, and just for a change, today is Sunday morning, and we will see if the shelves are stocked, if they have good treasures, and what sort of prices they are asking today. Let me park the car and I will see you in a minute. As we know, YouTube sometimes goes in and randomly unsubscribes you from your favorite channels. So I want to say a massive thank you to everybody, all my subscribers who went in and rechecked their status, resubscribed, checked those notifications, and also to all of you who are newly subscribed. Welcome, welcome. Let's go into Goodwill and see what we can find. Let's go thrifting. Mario, how are you? I know. You've been in the back?
You ready?
Mario is the manager of this store. He is wonderful, super nice. His store is always stocked and clean and fabulous, and everybody is friendly. If you come in to the Rainbow Cheyenne store, do say hi to Mario. Today we're going to be on the lookout for items with green price stickers because they're half off the marked price. Here we are in the hard goods. My Thrifting Vegas blanket is snuggled in the cart. Look at these shelves. I wouldn't be surprised if they'd just finished restocking. And I have spotted something over here on the top shelf in the metal section. It's not metal. It's an owl. Look at him. He's hand painted. $4. He appears to be stone. One of the best ways to tell on a piece is to feel it. If it's cold, it's going to be stone. I absolutely love him. So let's make him our first find. A teachable moment over here. Last video we talked about snow globes and how hard the Vegas climate is on them. This one has discolored water, and over here we are seeing some really bad evaporation of the liquid, and in this one, this little one as well. Sadly, we're going to leave them. On the top shelf is a vintage Kimple deer. He's molded, he's hand painted, he's absolutely lovely. Oh, and he's broken. Not a very good repair either on his antler, and still $4. But I do have one in my inventory, very similar, along with his sleigh. So I will bring them out after this shopping trip in my haul. Look at the cat. Again, a project piece, something somebody has made and painted. He's not very exciting though, so I think we'll leave him for someone else. An airplane bottle opener. This heart wing bowl is cracked at the front. When we were up at Navajo Lake, I got some incredible footage of a bald eagle. I'm not sure if it's in this video or the next, but stay tuned. Look at the cardinal. He's $4. He's stone. He matches our owl. Look at them together. Absolutely gorgeous. Hand painted again. No damage. That is such a great find. I wonder if there are any more on the shelves. Let's keep looking. More owls here. What are these? Little planters or candle holders maybe? Even you could pop a succulent in there, or air plant, or even use it for a little egg cup. $6 on the whole bag. I love the pottery finish and the colors, greens and browns. This aisle is really good. We'll keep going. We've got some little daffodils here. Unfortunately, we've got some breakage. I think this is an Avon piece, actually. $4. Too bad it's broken. What else can we find? A little shell ornament and a lion. More figurines. Some things have been here a while. This is a glass ornament. Not especially good quality, not signed. Here's a ceramic pufferfish. You could perhaps put a flicker candle inside. And up here, what is this? A penguin? I think it's a penguin, but he's lost his beak. And a massive eagle. Look at his face. He is resin. $15 sticker on him. If you're enjoying the video, it would mean the world to me if you could give it a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and subscribe to my channel with the little red button at the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. It doesn't cost you anything at all, but your support helps my channel reach a wider audience. Always check bobbleheads. Some of them, especially ones from the 1960s, can be worth in the hundreds of dollars. This is Omar Smith. He doesn't have his box, but he's in good condition. So let's pop him into the cart and we'll look up some comps on eBay sold. Just make sure there aren't any more on the shelf. What's that? A little owl shade. And we'll move on. This looks like a fabulous baggie. I can see some doves. We've got a Wade Whimsy in there. Some frogs, birds, cats. It is $8, but there's a ton in here. And I think it's worth the price just to open it up and see what's in there. After my shopping trip, I'll take all of this home, lay it out on my dining room table and show you everything. Tell you what I paid and what I expect to get for it in the resale market. Moving up here to the crystal and candlesticks. Lots and lots of clear as usual. In this section, I'm looking for higher end crystal brands like Steuben, Baccarat, Waterford. All these are going to be marked on the bottom with an etch, or they will have a recognizable sticker on them. I'm also keeping an eye out for the currently popular glassy baby candle holders. This is a pretty piece. I love the etched flowers and the American Brilliant style cut and sawtooth on the top. Let's see. At first glance, this windmill looks like Delft blue. It's quite lightweight, not signed. I think it is a souvenir piece. The little screw that secures the blades is quite crude as well. An assortment of tiles and trivets up here. Plates. Beads. More figurines. This girl is a little scary. We've got a vintage flocked deer. Sadly, a bit worse for wear. All sorts of glue on the bottom. And $3. So I think we will leave her. Some glass bits and trays. Another baggie. Let's have a look at this one. It appears to be full of bears. Couple of pigs in there. The reason I liked the other one so much, not only was it really full, but I saw several things of value. Wade Whimsy, frogs are popular for me, and pieces that were definitely vintage. Here's a gold fleck tray, definitely modern. The grouchy ladybug. This looks like it would fit an American Girl doll. Oh, these are great. Vintage Asian planters sell very, very well for me, and elephants are great subject matter. It's extremely manky, $5, needs a good wash in soap and water, and possibly a soak in vinegar to remove some of those mineral deposits. Nevertheless, a really good find, and I would venture a guess that that will sell quite quickly for me. A 24 karat golden rose. You see these all the time here. Super lightweight, not very in demand or valuable. So that will stay in its box on the shelf. This, on the other hand, is definitely coming with us. It's somebody's project. It's pottery, a wall cross with a hanger. It is signed by the artist. I love the iridescence of it, and it's a very unique design. I love the points on the arms. And this would look fantastic if you have a cross wall. Some seasonal bits, a scarecrow. Here is a box. Let's take a look inside here. Oh, it looks like a hand-decorated pumpkin. I think it's a bank because it has a slit in the back there. Bear with me with one hand. Here it is. It is a money bank. Dollar signs for eyes. Always check banks. You just never know what's going to be inside. Let's pop that back into its box and let somebody else have a surprise. A puzzle here. More candle holders. Some angels. Here we are in the wood and frames, plaques and signs, and I noticed the monkey I fell in love with last time on the shelf. Just checking to make sure it's the same one, broken ear and all. Such a shame. Sometimes I keep my fingers crossed that there's a pair of these things and only one is broken. Ooh, look at this trivet. Absolutely love these. They're perfect for holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, when you're going to put something hot and heavy on your dining room table. They really add great protection to the table, and they actually do retain the heat quite well too. So that for $5 is going to go into the cart. Definitely a seasonal design too, but pretty enough you can use it the whole year around. 4th of July over here, some Christmassy bits, frames and mirrors, some canvases, some nut bowls. What are those? Cardstock, possibly, or envelopes. So many different things on these shelves. Sometimes it gets a little bit overwhelming, but just go slowly, take it all in, shelf by shelf. And one trick I always recommend is to go around the store twice. And the second time, come from the opposite direction. For some reason, sometimes you miss things coming from one direction and then you find them coming in from the next. This happens to me time after time. What a massive pair of bowls there. Absolutely huge. Tissue box holders and more storage. Magazine rack, definitely vintage, that piece. As always, lots and lots of frames. Bowls, look at this. Oh, that's a bit worse for wear. I don't know that it's hand turned, probably mass produced, and is in very, very rough condition, that. As I'm thrifting, exploring the shelves in Goodwill, it's always my goal to make you feel like you're right here with me and we are thrifting together, chatting about what we're seeing on the shelves, whether to buy it or leave it, and why. So please do leave me a comment and let me know how you're enjoying it. If I'm going at a good speed, explaining things well, I would really, really appreciate your input. Lots and lots of eagles today. Reminds me of our Navajo Lake trip. So do stay tuned for some fun clips of that. This is the vases, planters and florals aisle, and I have noticed something special here. It's the lid of an L.E. Smith amber glass turkey box, $3.99. So we are going to pop it in the cart and keep our fingers crossed that somewhere on these shelves in one of these aisles is the base to the box. So let's start in this aisle. We will comb these shelves, carefully look through, and hope that it is somewhere here. All sorts of little planters and silk flowers. From modern to vintage here, we've got some baskets, a little hanging fake succulent pot. I really like the design of this. However, the plants are really glued in there tightly, and it is a modern piece, so I think we'll leave it. Ooh, this, on the other hand, is fabulous. It's a vintage milk glass vase. It is $2. I'm just noticing this amber piece back here. That is very, very modern. We'll leave that. These sell ever so well for me, in good condition. This one looks great. It's clean, no chips or cracks, so it will go carefully into the cart. Quite empty shelves up here. There's some little pink pumpkins with flowers in the top. Lots of arrangements. Let's put this one up with its friends. Baskets. And planters. We've got some plastic plates over here. That had the look of vintage, but it is a florist piece. Let's look all the way to the back. We don't want to miss anything. The majority of these are very, very modern. A few vintage flashed pieces thrown in. A little blue bottle. That's pretty. Just not worth the investment for resale, though. I do try to make at least $15 profit on each sale. The time it takes to clean and list and share these pieces with you. Obviously, sometimes a $15 or more profit just isn't feasible. We have no control of what Goodwill and the other thrift stores are putting out on their shelves. All we can do is search diligently, make good informed choices, and hope for the best. Rounding the corner to the baggy wall, and I'm almost certain that on the corner here is a Harry Potter purple pygmy puff, new with tag. She's absolutely lovely, nice and clean. Into the cart she goes. So while we're here, let's have a peek at these baggies. You just never know what you're going to find. All sorts of little bits lotted together and put into priced baggies. There's a goose with a nest here, but I think it is a trinket box that sadly has got broken. I found all sorts of fun Christmas ornaments here, vintage baubles, some mercury glass. Today, as you can see, they've got lots of Easter eggs, Easter stringers, the hollow eggs for candy. Do flip through all of the bags. They normally stack them up. Silver and gold decorations in this bag with a little fireman mouse in the midst. Look at all the different baubles. It can be quite overwhelming on this wall, but just take your time. You never know. Look at these ladybugs. These would be ideal not only for Christmas, but for summer decor, fall, even Easter. They're individually tagged and $3 for the whole bag. Lots and lots of things. Over here is an interesting bag. Do remember that if you find just one profitable thing in a baggie, it can make the whole thing worthwhile. And what you can do after you pay for the bag is take out the item you want and leave the rest for redonation. Here we are in the kitcheny bits, and I've spotted a hamburger. I think it's a salt and pepper shaker. And by the looks of it, because it's taped, I want to say it's one of those where you take the top off and it's salt and the pepper is in the canister down below. It has the stopper on the bottom. It's in good shape, $4. So let's add that to our cart of goodies and keep going. Got canister sets here. There's a Ziggy book. Glass bakers and bowls. And here are our travel bottles and tumblers with some iced tea jars thrown in. I'm looking all the way to the back to make sure I don't miss anything. Oh, this is a teapot. A little Native American piece. Sadly, these decorative bits are usually from collector companies and they just don't sell very well for me. Truly vintage teapots and vintage English teapots do well. There are lots of teapots today. I wonder if somebody has donated their entire collection. They are mostly modern, I think. This one looks like a sewing machine. That's really fun, but it's very, very damaged. Lots and lots of chips. Unfortunately, these made in China modern teapots tend to chip ever so easily, which is really a shame. The miscellaneous bits down here, knives and forks and utensils, more salt and peppers, some fall veggies. A knife sharpener, got even some wool there, mats, and more teapots. This little piece is Volksgraf. It tells you it's a creamer if you didn't know. Sweet little green teacup and saucer, little Asian piece there, more eagles and teapots. Wow, definitely somebody's entire collection of more modern teapots. It's a monkey with a pumpkin. What's this? Bride and groom bears. There's big profit sitting on the shelf down here. This is the backside of an antique, and I'm hoping that when I turn it over, we'll see the price and a work of art. It's a fireplace bellows used to stoke a log fire. Houses and trees on brass plate. It's only $8. It's got a tulip on the handle. I'm guessing it's from about the 1920s to be conservative. This is going straight into our cart. Right next to it, on the very same shelf, is a cake pan. But it's not just any cake pan, a really fancy heart. It's $5, and the brand is my favorite. This is Nordic Ware. I absolutely love Nordic Ware. The quality is fantastic. Cakes turn out perfectly every single time. So I'm definitely going to grab that one. Just looking around to make sure there aren't any more. Here in the glasses and tumblers, I've noticed something else interesting on the bottom shelf. These two vases have a definite yellow tinge. So I'm going to take my black light and shine it on the glass. And as you can see, we have green glow. They are UV reactive. Now I'm noticing that they are somewhat dusty and manky and sticky. I suspect cigarette smoke residue. And in my experience, this can sometimes cause pieces that aren't UV reactive in themselves to glow. So once you take them home and give them a good wash in hot soapy water and retest them, you don't get a glow because there's actually no uranium present. What I'm going to do is pop both of these into my cart. I'm going to clean off a little area and retest it to see if the glow is still there. I really like the small one. I like the size. I like the bubbles in it. And there is a definite presence of something there. You can see the green. I always like to do a second go round of the store, and today especially we need to make sure we check every shelf for the L.E. Smith Amber Turkey Box base. I've still got the lid of it in my cart. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed that they may have come out with it in a brand new cart. We are checking out the small artwork and frames here. Unfortunately, just lately, frames have been very slow for me. They're not selling well. I don't know whether folks are using their phones and computers or those rotating electronic picture frames more than still frames, but they just don't sell well for me. So I'm here looking for pieces like this. Here is Snoopy. He is riding a wave. He's only $2. A lovely little accent piece. That is definitely going to go into our cart. Moving into the larger pieces of art. Lots of canvases today. That one is a print. I am looking for original pieces, vintage frames, stitchery, needlepoint, cross stitch, anything like that. Many of you have expressed that you enjoy watching me flip through the artwork. This is a framed piece from, looks like an encyclopedia. Let's see what else. I do have quite a bit of artwork in my inventory that I definitely need to gradually bring out to show you. Much of it came from my vintage booth that I had to close down. Oh, look at these. I see hummingbirds. Hummingbirds are great subject matter. These are lovely. I'm noticing that each has a signature on the mat board. Looks like there's about 6 or 8 of them here, and some of them name the species of the hummingbird. That's a rufous. So I am going to just cover the rest of this area quickly to make sure I'm not missing anything fantastic, and then we will go back, grab the hummingbirds, and we'll take a look at them one by one. Oh, look at this. Another trivet here. Let's see. Oh, this is missing its back, unfortunately. The wood is damaged. It's different to the other one, not nearly as substantial. The quality is much better on the first one we found for $5. So I think I am going to leave that one. Here are all the framed hummingbird pieces. I'm going to lay them out on this table. I love the fact that there are so many of them and they're all matching in a set. They are all signed as well. And as I mentioned, many of them have the species of hummingbird written at the bottom there. They're absolutely lovely. They really capture the essence of these amazing little creatures. There's 6 in the set, and if I turn one over, you can see the little nails holding the piece in the frame. They're $3 each. I absolutely love these. We're going to take all 6. I've been around the store twice scouring the shelves and unfortunately couldn't make the turkey whole. So I'm going to pop the lid back on the shelf, hoping that they'll bring out the base and someone else can take it home. And here we go with a rundown of the top 5 best-selling items from my last haul. At number 5, the lovely wooden Peepers cat glasses holder. I paid $3 for it and sold it for $20. At number 4, the beautiful hand-painted Portuguese plate. I paid $3 for it and sold it for $20. Coming in at number 3, the amazingly intricate Santa Chef by Klaus. It's a numbered piece. We found it in the baggie section for $3 and sold it for $20. In the number 2 slot, so many of you love this piece, the Ray Dunn iridescent red Snow White mug. I paid $5 for it and sold it for $25. And at number 1, the most popular item in my last haul, the Nordic Ware Octopus Cake Pan. I paid $5 for it and sold it for $35. Here on my table is everything we found at Goodwill, along with a few extra items from my inventory. Let's start over here with our fabulous Nordic Ware cake pan. Nordic Ware sells ever so well for me, and this one is rather hard to find. It's the Bunt Heart. I paid $4.99 for only $5. There is the Nordic Ware mark. Really nice heavy pan. The cakes cooked in this brand come out wonderfully every single time. That is my absolute favorite. I am asking $25 on this pan. Back here we have our lovely trivet. It is an Italian tile. Lovely fall theme, as you can see. I think this is a horse chestnut bunch. In England we call them conkers, and it's a kids game where you string the conker, which is the fruit of the horse chestnut tree, onto a string, and you you play with a friend and you bash each other's conker, and the winner is the person whose conker stays intact the longest. This is a lovely trivet, a good size, nice weight. I paid $5 for it. I am asking $28. Back here we have 6 amazing hummingbird art pieces. They are all different, all unique, and the mat boards are all signed. I don't think they are originals. I actually think they are prints, but they're fantastic. Most of them tell you what species of hummingbird you're looking at, from Coaster to Rufus to Rivoli, black-chinned over here, and another Coaster from California. They are individually matted and inserted into the frame with these little teeny tiny nails. I paid $3 a piece for them. The artist appears to be William J. Farnsworth. So if anybody has any information about William J. Farnsworth, I really would appreciate you letting me know in the comments. I am asking $18 per piece. If you would like the whole set, just send me an email. I explain how to do that at the end of the haul, and we can definitely make a deal. Next we have our lovely Snoopy here. He is riding a wave. The style is laser cut, I believe. This is laser cut art. It says, "Cowabunga, that's how cool dudes say, go with the flow." It's in lovely condition. Perfect for your favorite Snoopy fan. I paid $2 for it. I am asking $25. Milk glass always sells very, very well for me. This is a lovely vintage piece. I paid $2 for it. I am asking $12. In the front here are beautifully clean and sparkly. I believe it is anchor hocking, this piece. Little vase. Lovely bubble design. I am asking $15 on this piece. It does have a little bit of a glow, even all cleaned up from its manky sticky state, but I think it looks beautiful, especially lovely along with the milk glass. Look at these ladybugs. They're so fun. They're made out of felt. They have a little wire and bubble antennae and feet, felt wings with red and black spots, and they're all a little bit different, as you can see. I am asking $6 a piece on the ladybugs, and I think we paid what, $4 for the bag on those. Over here, my first and favorite find, and his friend here, the stone owl. He is solid stone, hand painted, as you can see, beautifully unique, rather heavy. We paid $4 for him and $4 for his friend the cardinal here, also hand painted, also made of stone. I am asking $28 a piece on the fantastic vintage stone birds. In front of those here, a little set of owl planters. The colors on these is wonderful. It is a lovely green and almost a drip glaze with a little bit of brown, and around the eyes and the feet are natural. There are 5 of them. They're all a little bit different. This one is a bit sleepy. You could use them for succulents, little air plants. You could root cuttings in them, or even put hard cooked eggs in them. They're absolutely lovely. I am asking $28 for the set of 5. In my last video, I sold an octopus Nordic ware cooking pan, and so many of you were interested in it that I thought, oh, I have a octopus little ring holder, ring and jewelry holder that I want to bring out to show you. I paid $2 back a couple of years ago for it. Its original retail price ticket is $24 from Macy's. I am asking $18 on this piece. Over here is this fabulous red bird. He is made of ceramic, almost a mid-century modern meets Scandinavian style. It's absolutely lovely. He would be perfect in a minimalist home, and I am asking $22. I was so sad when we found the Kimple hand-painted deer at the Goodwill, and he turned out to have a broken antler. But all is not lost, because as you can see, I have one in my inventory. This one has a lovely plaid bow, and he comes with his very own sleigh. You could put a plant inside, lots of Christmas candies or Christmas balls, endless possibilities, even Christmas cookies in there, or use it as your table centerpiece. Absolutely lovely. He has no damage, and I am asking $45 on the set of the deer with his sleigh. In front are elephant Asian planter, very, very vintage. It's drip glaze in nice condition. I paid $4 for it. I did give it a wash because it was very, very dusty, but as you can see, it has lots of mineral deposit inside. And what I'm going to do is show you how to remove that mineral deposit, and that little snippet will appear in the next video, because in this video I'm showing you squirrel bird feeder, wall hanging, or planter, whatever you wanted to use it for. The one we found in the last video that was really, really manky. After this haul, I'm going to show you how beautifully it cleaned up. So do stay tuned for that. I am asking $22 on the vintage Asian elephant planter. Next, we have this wonderful artisan pottery. It's a very unique cross, and the thing I love most about it is the iridescent finish. It's in sort of a rusty purpley brown with some light blue accents. Really lovely. It has a hanger already in place. You can just pop it on the wall. I paid $3 for it, and I am asking $25. If you are a Harry Potter fan, you will recognize this purple pygmy puff. Really, really sweet. I believe he was the pet of Ginny Weasley. He sat on her shoulder. Arnold, I believe, was his name. Correct me if I am wrong, please, in the comments. We paid $5 for the purple pygmy puff, and I am asking $15. To go along with our elephant theme on the planter, I brought out these 3 elephants. The first one you're probably going to recognize. This is a Fenton in collaboration with Lenox green glass elephant. It's hand painted. Believe these are violas. My friends corrected me in the last video when the Port Marion cup was actually, these are violas, not pansies. On the base is the Lenox mark and a hand painted by P. Lauderman. Lovely, lovely piece. The flower is perfect. Beautiful, beautiful colors. I am asking $50 on the Fenton Lenox. Another Lenox piece here, another elephant. This is a little trinket box. It does open to reveal a baby elephant inside. There's the bottom. Lenox treasures a trunk full of wishes. This would be a perfect gift, birthday or Christmas. If you are giving a piece of jewelry, you can pop it inside there. I am asking $28 on the trinket box. And look at this fellow. He is very vintage. He is a pink elephant, designed, I believe, as a ring holder. He has his original sticker, but unfortunately, you can't read it. He is lovely. $22 on him. Many of you have asked if I have any more bluebirds of happiness in my inventory, and I have brought out a few that I have. I always pick these up whenever I find them. Recently, they are a little more expensive than they used to be. I think folks have realized the value, so they are hard to purchase for a song. But here we are. We have a large size and 2 smaller ones. I'm asking $25 on the small ones. I believe they are all Ron Ray pieces. $25 on the smaller ones and $35 on the large. Yes, all Ron Ray. In addition, we have this one, a pair of bluebirds on a heart. This one is also Ron Ray in the corner there. A little bit of a different shade. It's absolutely lovely. A little more of a purpley blue on this one, and I am asking $35 on the double bird on the heart. Back here, These are lovely. We have a little duckling, frosted glass, a little chubby duckling. He's so sweet. And also a little chubby owl. Really, really fun. They're very unique. I am asking $25 a piece on the glass birds. Let's move over here to the contents of the Christmas baggie I picked up. Now, I decided to get it based on this fellow. He's a little mouse. He's dressed in fireman's uniform, carrying this metal bucket, and his tail is actually a piece of leather. He's absolutely lovely. He has a hook for hanging there. The detail of him is amazing, and I'm very surprised that he isn't signed. If anybody knows the artist on this piece, please do leave me a comment. He's just a lovely, lovely character. What did I pay for the bag? I think I paid $6 or $7 for the whole bag. I am asking $15 on the mouse fireman. We have a resin snowman ornament also, hook for hanging, lovely scarf, sweetest little face. He's lovely. $15 on him, and all the other bits. If you're purchasing something from me, just let me know if you would like any of these other ornaments. There is a little clippy bee here. We have an angel, little icicle, a Pier 1 star here, and this one, funnily enough, is signed Jake in writing that looks very similar to my son's, but I know he didn't do this. But over here, the two snowmen are Jacob and Heather. So my son's name is just Jake, not Jacob, but that is just a strange coincidence. Moving forward here, we have this lovely set of 10 wire stars. These, I believe, also are from Pier 1, and I'm asking $12 on the set of 10 stars. This is the other baggie we found, and it's full of really exciting vintagey bits. We paid $8 on this bag, and in just a second I am going to open the bag and we will go through the contents together. Very exciting. But before I do that, the windfall of the trip. I was so excited to find this. It's an old fireplace bellows. Historically, when you started a fire in your fireplace, you wanted to get as much oxygen as you could to the little flame, and you would use this tool called a bellows. The leather, as you can see, is sort of concertinaed up, and you would pump the handles to open it up, and air would come out of this little tubey spout here, feeding oxygen to the flames. Many of these were very, very decorative, as is this piece. We've got houses and trees and an amazing windmill at the back. The handle has a tulip, and it's just all over, very beautifully decorated. Now the tube is a little bit worse for wear. It's a little loose, but I believe this piece is conservatively 100 years old, possibly older. It has a little nail on the back, and I would recommend that it be used just as a decorative piece and probably not for bellowing your fire. I paid $8 for it, and I expect to get between $50 and $75 on this piece. The wait is over. We have our baggie of amazing little vintage figurines here, so bear with me. I am going to pull open through the staples and we will go through it together. First, we have the sweet little cat with a graduating cap there. He's sitting on a book. He has number 656 on the bottom. To me, he looks Japanese. He has some spaghetti around his neck. There is a little chip on the flower around his neck, but otherwise he is in very, very nice condition. Next, a toad. He is fabulous. I love the glaze. It's so rich, almost a drip glaze, high gloss. Let's see, what does that sign say? If anybody recognizes that sticker, please let me know. It's something novelty, but definitely vintage. He looks like the character from the Toad and the Frog and the Toad. My kids used to love that series. Now, what else do we have? Let's see. This is a little faux jade lion. Almost looks like a foo dog, but I think it's a lion. What next? We've got another toad here. He does have a little chip above his eye, unfortunately. This reminds me of pieces I used to see in my great-grandmother's plant pots around her house. Let's put him in the toad and frog section. Next, we have a couple of cats. This fellow is resin. He has a sort of a sticky tab on the bottom, perhaps to prevent scratches. Very, very sweet. What next? A pair of cats. These have the look of Joseph Originals. I'm not sure if they are. The big eyes that you see on the Joseph dolls. It is possible. They're definitely vintage. Let's put those there with the other cats. What is this piece? Another almost faux jade. It's sort of a resiny feel. This is a frog or a toad. This one actually looks like a frog. And another frog. This one is similar to the other planter frog, and again, he is chipped. As I say, the more lightweight ceramic pieces are very susceptible to chipping, and it's interesting to note that so far the only pieces that are chipped and damaged are these two lesser quality ceramic frogs. Hi, Ziggy. Let's see, we have another, probably is a foo dog, this because they usually come in pairs. So let's put this one with his friend. Look at this. A little bird single shaker. Definitely Japanese. It has Made in Japan sticker on the bottom. Now I think he is missing a flower on his head. There is a flower in here. It's a daisy. I've seen these with sunflowers on their heads as well. I can absolutely glue that back on to minimize the damage there. The only other damage is a little chip to his tail. So he is actually in relatively good condition. And that chip on the tail is not noticeable when he's displayed. Let's keep going. I see two English Wade Whimsies in here. These were very, very popular when I was a child. Little Wade Whimsy figurines. You could buy them inexpensively. And they also came in Christmas crackers, the crackers you would pull with a bang at the Christmas or holiday table. We have a lion here and some sort of little monkey. What else do we have? Another froggy guy. He is on the phone. He looks like a shelf sitter, although actually there's a chair in here. Let's see. Is this his chair? It's a rocking chair. Let's see if he fits. He does. Little frog sitting in a rocking chair on the phone. He's got a cigar. That is definitely a vintage piece. The chair is metal. Actually, really nice. Ooh, Ziggy is giving me love here. Hi, Ziggy. That's him. What do we have left here? We have another ambery color piece, similar to the other one. We've got 2 green foo dogs and 2 froggies here in amber. This is a little tiny piece. What is this? A mouse king. Oh, he is really sweet. That label is absolutely tiny. The 3 wise mice, it says. Teeny tiny little wise man mouse with a chest. He is probably the bearer of myrrh, is it? Gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Let's pop him down there. 2 pieces left. We have 2 doves here. They are marked on the bottom. They're royal crown. They don't appear to be damaged at all. They just have a little bit of paint wear on their beaks. I would say they are vintage, most likely English. The last piece in here is something I've not seen before, and it is a Chinese dog, possibly a foo dog. He's rather interesting and very, very scary. If anybody knows anything about this piece, again, please do let me know in the comments. And if you are interested in any of the little pieces in the baggie or from the baggie, please do send me an email with an offer. I expect to get between $12 and $18, maybe $20 a piece for these items. Similarly, if you see anything from the haul that you are interested in purchasing, Ziggy has decided that he would like to sit right up front here. Yes, do send me an email, thriftingvegas.tiffany@gmail.com. I'll put it on the screen for you. Please include your name, your mailing address, the item you're interested in, and your offer. As I always say, if you fall in love with something, please offer a couple of dollars over asking price to give yourself the best chance at winning the item. If by chance you have been watching my previous episodes, older episodes, do visit thriftingvegas.com. That is my website where my lovely husband Chris has been super busy loading in all inventory from past videos that is still available. He lists them by video, so when you see the thumbnail, click into it and you will see all the items that are available for purchase. As I mentioned, do stay tuned. I'm going to be cleaning up the lovely squirrel wall bird feeder plaque that was absolutely horrendously dirty, but I grabbed it anyway. You're not going to believe how nicely it cleaned up, so do stay tuned. As always, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your support, and I'm so glad that you enjoy my channel. If you're not already subscribed, please consider subscribing, and I will see you next time. Bye. Say bye, Ziggy. We are outside in the very back corner of my garden, and we're going to clean up the squirrel wall plaque that I found at Goodwill in my last video. It's really manky, quite disgusting actually, with a lot of what I believe to be mouse poop. So I've got rubber gloves on, and we've got some kit here. I've got an old toothbrush which can be just thrown away after we use it. I've got a wooden skewer to get bits out of the little cracks, and a spray bottle with a vinegar solution in. I've used 2 parts vinegar to 1 part water, and this is just a more environmentally friendly alternative to a bleach solution or a commercial cleaner like that. And I thought we would try this first just to see if it's as effective, and we can almost certainly go to more drastic measures later. So this is all wrapped up in newspaper, and it's in a cardboard tray. So what I'm going to do is get it out of the paper, off the cardboard tray, and into a bag, so I can just get the worst of it, the worst of the mouse droppings and whatever yuck is on there, into the bag, and just knot it up and throw it away. So let's do that first. Just going to throw this newspaper away as well. I really don't want it to touch anything at all if I can help it. So there we go. Let's stand that up against the wall. What I'm going to do is put this newspaper in the base of the plastic bag to sort of soak up any yucky liquid, and at the same time we can just throw it away. So I'll do that and be right back. So here we are, we have the plaque on the newspaper inside the plastic bags, and as you can see there's all sorts of yuck in here. Let's see if I can just get the worst of it down into the bag. That is really, really nasty. I'm not sure where this was to accumulate so much yucky stuff, but the important thing is to make sure it is well disinfected and all of this grossness is off of it before we hang it on the wall. Another suggestion I found online was to actually sit it out in the sun for a period of time, and that will kill any bacteria or nasty stuff. Let's look down here. Is there a... Yes, there is. There is a drainage hole in the bottom of that little cubby bowl there. So all of the liquid will drain down. Let's give it a good spray. I'm going to use all of this liquid all over it. I'm going to just drench it with the vinegar solution. Another reason I wanted to try the vinegar first is that bleach can be a bit hard on surfaces, and I wanted to do my best not to ruin the finish, because the detail is so lovely. It's absolutely stunning. Oh my goodness, as you can see, the brown is coming off, and this piece is actually stone grey all over. It's not brown. That's really exciting. As I said, I'm going to just drench this piece with all of my vinegar solution, and it's running down onto the newspaper, which is soaking it up, and when I'm finished I can just knot this bag up and throw it away so it doesn't contaminate any part of my garden, and it's all neatly in the trash. This is coming clean a lot more easily than I expected. So what I might do is leave this to soak about 5 minutes and then just hose it off. The plaque has been sitting outside about 5 minutes, and now I'm just going to take my toothbrush, my old toothbrush, and give it a little bit of a scrub there in the cracks to get the nasty bits out. Everything is falling down onto the paper, and there's a bit in there, a bit in the little, it's probably a bird feeder actually. I'm going to give it a good go so the vinegar gets into all the nooks and crannies. As you can see, all kinds of bits of dust and debris and leaves and yucky stuff is scrubbing off there. There we go. And what I decided to do, because it's still rather manky, is get a bottle of water, and before I hose it, just give it another spray. I want to get the worst of it off. Oh my gosh, look at the leaf. It's going different colours. Off and into the bag, so that it doesn't again contaminate my garden too much. All the yuck is running down, coming clean, and it's going into the bag. Newspaper is soaking it up. So as you can see, it's much better. And now what I think we'll do is take it out of the bag, knot up the bag, throw it away in the outside trash, and give it a hose over. Plaque is out of the bag and ready to be hosed down. I've got a spray nozzle on the end of my hose, and we're just going to spray it over with quite high pressure, not too high. We don't want to ruin the finish anymore, but we do want to get every last bit of dirt and yuck off of this piece. It's going to be a bit loud with the water pressure, so we will see how it turns out. The plaque is lovely and clean now. I've just got it sitting in the sun to dry it off and make sure it is thoroughly sterilized. Unfortunately, there is a bit of paint loss, probably from all the dirt and ammonia from the mouse waste eating through the paint, but I love it. It looks really aged and vintage, like it's been well used and loved, and it's going to be amazing on my wall. I'll show you where we decide to put it in the next video. It's early in the morning, we're out on the lake. Jake is driving the boat, and the lake is just like glass here. It's absolutely gorgeous. You can see the reflection of the trees in the lake. It's just a perfect morning for fishing. First fish of the trip. The dogs are very interested. Daddy caught dinner. Wow. How long do you think that is, babe?
Boy, I don't know. 14 inches maybe. Arrow.
That's a nice one. We had a very successful fishing day. Here's a couple of tiger trout in the pan. They are going to be inside some fish tacos. And here are the other fish we caught. A couple more tigers, and these 3 are rainbow trout. Navajo Lake Lodge is right over there, and we are headed down the Dixie National Forest Navajo Lake Loop trailhead. The dogs are very excited, charging ahead. As you can see, the meadow is super green, lots and lots of grass compared to last time. We are headed down to the water and the spring to see if we can see any fish. We're not going to fish today. We caught plenty yesterday off the boat. We're just going to play with the dogs. The dogs love to swim and fetch sticks, and we'll skim a few stones. Let's go. Good girl. Let's go. Good girl.
Oh, watch for ticks.
These dandelion clogs are absolutely huge. Here's my hand. You find a stick? I think they're waiting for a stick. The shoreline is absolutely teeming with a teeny tiny baby rainbow trout. Hi, Bear. Are you swimming? Come on, Bear. Good boy. What are you two doing? Good morning. So sometimes Jake uses his Xbox system on our big screen TV in the living room, and the cats have found the chair he uses to protect the system from being knocked over by the pups. Ziggy, have you been there all night? Are you hungry, boys? Are you ready for breakfast? Okay.